Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap on, with my opinion, on Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 14. It's titled New Groom, Who Dis? There wasn't much to this episode at all. Let's get started. Okay, so it's the wedding. It's Michael and Chloe's wedding. Michael is preparing for his wedding, and Orion and Brennan shows up and gave him advice. Brennan told him not to fight the process and to stay true to himself. Alexa, please turn off the alarm.
7:05 p.m. alarm canceled.
Okay. All right, so Brennan and Orion showed up to give him advice. Brennan told him not to fight the process and to stay true to himself. Orion told him it's tough, but as long as you're open and ready for it, the sky's the limit. The expert, they must have told them not to say anything negative to Michael. Orion had said that he was nervous to see Lauren. Why? You're the one that dumped her. Why are you nervous to see her? What's she going to do to you? She's not going to do nothing to you. Chloe looked good. Her hair and makeup looked good. I liked her dress except for the sleeves. I did not like the sleeves. And I didn't like that she wore these pink laced up ankle sneakers. I didn't like that. Why was she wearing sneakers? So that she could run if she felt the need to run? I know she's pretty tall. Maybe she's taller than him. But she could have still worn pretty flat shoes. Anyway. Michael sent her a gold necklace, and she put it on, and she sent him a card and cufflinks, and he put those on, and I thought that was really nice. But right before she was supposed to leave out, she started freaking out, talking about she can't breathe. I think if you're walking and talking, you're breathing. Her bridesmaid was dabbing at her eyes, with tissue to prevent the tears from running down her face and messing up her makeup. And I'm over these people panicking at the last minute. They boldly made the decision to do this, and then they want to act like they're scared. Anyway, her mother walked her down the aisle because she said her father had health issues, and I loved her mother. Her mother was extremely positive, and I loved her mother's haircut. I thought it was really cute. So her mother walked her down the aisle, and when Chloe and Michael saw each other, they smiled at each other. They both smiled at each other and said hello. And then the officiant introduced them to each other. Then she read their bios to each other. They read their vows to each other. They exchanged rings. They kissed, and they were pronounced man and wife. Then they walked back down the aisle together, hand in hand. And then they went off somewhere to sit down and have a chat. And Cleo seems happy with Michael, and Michael seems happy with... I said Cleo. Chloe seems happy with Michael, and Michael seems happy with Chloe. And they found out that they both have a couple of pets. Michael told Chloe that some of the other couples were sitting on his side of the room, and he told her that he was stood up. The first lady stood him up, but she didn't seem to mind. She didn't seem to care about that. After the ceremony, Orion, Lauren, Emily, Claire, and Brennan, they were standing outside talking, and Emily had the nerve to say that Michael's vows were vanilla. She said nothing stood out to her. He wasn't saying his vows to you, heifer, so it doesn't matter if anything stood out to you. You're not his wife, okay? You're not his bride. Focus on Brennan. They don't like you no more, okay? Emily has a bitchy side to her. I heard she tried to get feisty with Keisha Pillium Knight. Is that her name? With Keisha on the after show. I don't watch the after show, but I heard that. She kind of got feisty with Keisha. Anyway, Michael brought Cleo over to meet the couples, and everyone introduced themselves to Chloe. What do you call her, Cleo? It's Chloe. And I know she was confused about how small the group was and the odd numbers, and who was married to who. But they drank champagne and cheers. Next, Michael and Chloe took photos. After that, they was sitting down talking, and he was telling her about his tattoos. At the reception, Orion was sitting beside Lauren, and he asked her if she wanted to have a conversation about anything, and she said no. But they ended up talking about their past and how their past affected their relationship. Then he asked her for a hug, and they hugged. So next, Chloe sat down with Lauren, Emily, and Claire, and she told them that she wondered why the expert didn't choose her for Michael the first time. Emily told her that everything happens for a reason, and this is why she's here now. Claire told Chloe to be herself and to not lose sight of that. Chloe told them that she is already comfortable with Michael. Claire told Chloe that they should have each other's back. Emily told her to remember to have fun. So Michael is with Brennan and Orion. He asked them how do they overcome big and small obstacles. Brennan told him that he is going to have his own journey and he is going to do things his way, and there's no right or wrong way. Michael told them that he felt natural with Chloe. Orion told Michael that he thinks Chloe is there for the right reason, and he thinks they are going to have a really good time. I wonder if Orion is wishing that the expert has set him up with Chloe instead of Lauren. Anyway, while cutting the cake, Michael dropped cake on Chloe's wrist and he licked it off. Then she put cake on his face. Then they kissed. Claire was feeling lonely, so she called Cameron and got voicemail. She left him a message, and she told him she missed him and she was checking on him. She's acting like they're not separated and he didn't ask for a divorce. Lauren, when she got back to the table, Lauren asked her, how's Cameron? And she said, he didn't answer the phone. Cameron wants Claire to leave him the hell alone. He doesn't want nothing to do with Claire. It's like the more someone rejects you, the more you want them. And I think that's what's happening with Claire. The more Cameron rejects her, the more she wants to be in his space. Okay, Michael talked with Chloe's people, the mother, the bridesmaid, and one of her friends, and told them that when Chloe walked down the aisle, he picked up on her energy, and that made him feel good. Michael told her people that he was stood up at the altar the first time. And they weren't bothered by it. They told him he was strong for going through this again. Chloe's mother asked him if he is interested in children. Michael said he does not have a personal emotional desire for children, but if he is in love with someone who wants children, he would not want to prevent it from happening. And then Chloe's bridesmaid asked Michael if fostering would be an option. And Michael said fostering, adopting, or having children of their own, it will be okay if that helps to fulfill their relationship. Now, Chloe's people are totally in love with Michael. The bridesmaid got emotional and she gave him a hug and she told him that he is the best because that lines up somewhat with what Chloe wants. Chloe don't want any kids. She don't want to have kids, but she wants to raise kids. Michael don't seem to want to have kids, raise kids, but if she's happy, if she wants it, he'll do it. That's what that seems to be happening. That's what seems to be happening here. So Chloe is talking to Michael's friends, and they asked her what do she think about Michael's style. She said she loved Michael's pink suit, his earrings, and the carved heart in his hair. One of Michael's friends asked her if Michael wanted to buy an expensive pair of shoes, what would she do? She said she's a minimalist. Can't even say it. Minimalist. Whatever. She don't have a whole bunch of crap in her house. She doesn't have a bunch of stuff. She's not into stuff. She's into life and living. That's what she is. She doesn't understand how people get joy from having stuff. But she said if he wanted an expensive pair of shoes and that makes him happy, then hey, go for it. And then the friends asked her how she felt about Michael being stood up. She said she thinks the expert did a good job matching them together. But she hoped that he has healed from the hurt of being stood up. Michael's friend told her that Michael has put in time to heal. Not too much time has gone by, maybe 3 months since he was stood up at the altar. Anyway, his friend asked her if she wants to have kids. She said flat out no. She said she would rather adopt because there's enough kids in the world, there's too many kids in the world that doesn't have parents. They asked her if she talked to Michael about this yet, and she said no. She said she just don't want her own. And I've never heard anybody say that before in my life. Next we saw Emily talking to Brennan. Emily told Brennan that she feels weird being back at their venue. You know, the venue for, I think everybody got married at the same place and they had the reception at the same place. And she told Brennan she feels weird being back here. And I think that's why the expert made them come to the wedding. The experts wanted them to feel the way they felt when they first, at their wedding when they first said I do. He wanted them to get that mushy feeling back, I guess. But Brennan told Emily that he has no sentimental feeling to this place. He said he's just here to support a friend. Brennan's something else. But I'm not liking Emily anymore. Emily's bitchy. He said he's just here to support a friend. And then Brennan said on their honeymoon, they'll learn a lot about each other. And Emily said on the honeymoon is where things go downhill. Brennan told her, well, as long as their feelings for each other stay the same, the honeymoon will never end. And that's a dig to Emily, because his feelings changed on the honeymoon and everything ended. Emily said she is going to try to have fun, and she hopes Brennan comes along with her and have fun. So Emily goes to the bar and she gets a glass of wine. Then she goes up to Brennan, asking if he wanted to dance. I think he said no, because next thing you know, we saw her on the dance floor all by herself. But then everybody was on the dance floor except for Brennan. And that was that. Next, the couple, they leave the venue for the honeymoon. In his confessional, Michael said he 100% see a future with Chloe. He said she is confident and he can tell that she has a silly side, and she is clearly intelligent and witty, and she's a sweet woman. Chloe said in her confessional that she is on cloud 12 and she is happy. She said Michael checked every single box, and I really hope they make it. So they get to their hotel room and he carries her over the threshold. He helped her unbutton her dress. They change into their night clothes. Chloe goes into the bathroom and scrubbed the makeup off her face. And then they went to bed and cuddled. And that was it. The end. This is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on the Pillow here. Bye.